Hi you guys, welcome back to another Projects by Jay. For today's project, we're switching out the radio. So this is the new aftermarket cheap Amazon double din screen that I got. It's just a cheap replacement because right now this one, it works, but it's just the radio that works. The screen is completely dead. I can't even tell what station I'm on. And then on top of that, I can't adjust. I really can't see anything to adjust anything else. So figure it'd be time for an upgrade, switching that out. So we're gonna go ahead and basically disassemble everything. So first thing is first, we're gonna start from the center console right here. Remove these plastic pieces that covers all this, so that way we can get access to behind here. And then there's two screws up here that hold this whole thing together. And once we get those two screws off, we should be able to pull this whole thing out and then switch out the radio. All right, you can start by the middle, and this process does take a little finessing, so just kind of hit the angles as gently as you can. And so here you have two Phillips screws at that end, and you're just going to take that off, and then everything else you could pretty much just pry it. All right, seems like I finally got it apart. It's a little stuck in this little tab right here, you can see, but I was able to pry it out. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect the cigarette lighter and my fog light, so that way I could completely pull this whole piece off. And then there should be two screws under here, behind here, that I'll loosen, and then we should be able to pull this off. So I was able to remove the plug for the cigarette lighter, but I couldn't remove it off of my fog light. So as you can see, I kind of just whipped it to the side and out of the way. That way I'll be able to get access to those two bolts. It's easier if you use a 8mm socket to get to it. There's just not enough torque generated from the screwdriver, so 8mm with the socket works best. The two little screws that are under there are these two. They're 8mm, and there's one under here and one under here. You just gotta reach back and you'll feel it. And then yeah, now we should be able to, or we should be good to just pop this open. All right, I was prying it off camera, but I found it easiest to pry it from the top. Use the flat head, but you get it from both corners. Once you get it, you should be able to get it off. So it's coming out. I did try it around, as you can see my little marks around here, but hopefully once we're done, we should be able to cover that up. And then pull the rest of this out. Now we got our wires in the back that we're just gonna go ahead and detach. So, all right, and then you're just going to reach in the back and just start unplugging all of this. There's roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly 5 plugs that you have to undo. Once you get all apart, it should look something like this with your wires. This is your antenna wire right here, and pretty much a blank empty canvas space. And this is your unit right here. We have to remove the buttons, so that way we could remove this right here with the Phillips screws. That way we can have access to remove the old radio from these screws holding it in. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and we'll go from there. All right. First unboxing of this cheap Amazon radio. Oh, it came with a little plastic pig. Maybe I should have opened this first. That way I didn't have to use a... Oh. Anyhow. It's a really small unit. We won't be needing this bezel part. I did get one specifically for the Civic, so this is it right here. Hopefully it works. I read some reviews that it might not fit some double din screens, but that was all I had to go with. So if it doesn't fit, we'll just buy a different brand. But this is how it looks, super lightweight. And then we're basically just gonna stick it in like that, and then we'll mount it onto these brackets on the side right here, and it should hold it in. Okay, so update, this bevel thing doesn't fit. As you can see, if I line it up on one end over here, you guys can see on the right side, if I line it up, it won't go over, so I might have to get a different one. If not, I might just trim out the edge here and just make it work. All right, so with my specific radio that I got, there's just no way for me to keep this original bracket, so I might have to take off this original bracket and pretty much just trash it. And then I'm gonna use the existing mounting hole, and these are the brackets that came with the unit, and I'm gonna probably just mount it something like this, and it should hold the unit in. Here what I was able to rig up, as you can see, I had to cut the tabs for this and kind of just make my own mounting. I do have to get a different type of bevel support to go around the edges, but for the most part, this is what it looks like. So going back in the car like this. And if you guys are wondering, just in case how to hook it up, these are the color code for the wiring harness. So I'm pretty sure my little booklet, there should be a little booklet in the box that it came with, but I just noticed this, so I figure I'd share with you guys. All right, so I got everything kind of hooked up right now. It's nice. I didn't know that this unit came with Apple CarPlay too, so that's actually a plus. All I wanted was just a Bluetooth feature, that was it. But yeah, so you guys see, my kit did come with these butt splices, so I went ahead and butt splices, pretty much just color to color. The only thing I didn't use is this brown one, so everything else was pretty much color to color. And then this pink one goes to your reverse camera, which is this, and it goes in this one right here that says cam in. And yeah, pretty much it's just putting everything back together now. After I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and run the reverse camera. I chose to run it underneath the dash here, and then down here, and all the way to the trunk. So that's my plan. So now it's just putting everything back. I want to show you guys the finished install. I mean, just as it by itself, it doesn't look too bad, you know, missing the bezel and all. So yep, everything's put back together. These are pretty much just extra screws and whatnot at this point, so they're just going to go in my spare or loose screws bucket. All right, now that we are finished putting everything back, just want to show you guys the finished install. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not going to worry about getting the little bevel for it, because I do have this turn knob right here, and if you guys can see, it's kind of recessed in, so if I were to put a bevel in, it will prevent me from having to touch this knob. So I might just not get the bevel and just leave it like this. I think it still looks fine like this. But yeah, this is the finished install. This is the radio, and yeah, just want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next video, you guys take care.